A decadent homemade caramel sauce could be made with just 4 simple ingredients. It may seem challenging, but it's just simple science. Let me break it down. The key is controlling the heat level when cooking the sugar and the water and knowing when to halt the reaction. Adding cream and some butter cools the mixture down quickly so that you get a super rich and decadent caramel sauce. It may take a few tries to get the technique down, but don't worry, you'll be a pro in no time. Let's start by caramelizing the sugar. To a saucepan, add 1 cup of granulated sugar and 1/4 cup of water. Heat over medium-low heat. The key is to allow the sugars to dissolve in the water without stirring. If you do see any undissolved grains of sugar stuck to the side of the pot, just dip a pastry brush in some water and then brush it down, but don't touch the sauce itself. Once the sugar has dissolved, bring the heat to a boil. The heat creates a chemical reaction that breaks down the glucose and fructose and the sucrose into smaller compounds. As the water in the syrup evaporates, it concentrates the sugar solids down, elevating the mixture's temperature. The result is a change of color starting from honey to an amber. Now it's safe to use a spoon to stir the mixture so that you can ensure that the browning is happening evenly in the pan. Caramelization occurs very rapidly within 5 to 7 minutes, so don't walk away and check your social media. You want to make sure that the caramel sauce does not burn. Look for a honey to a deep amber color, and the temperature should reach between 320 to 350 degrees. Any higher and you'll have a charred flavor. Along with your senses, it helps to use an instant read thermometer to take the guesswork out of making a successful caramel sauce. Check out the edges of the pan. You could already see the color starting to change. Perfect. Now see, after a few minutes, it's turning that deep amber color. Take the caramel off the heat. It's like molten lava, so you're going to want to carefully add the heavy cream. Add 3/4 cups of heavy cream. Slowly and carefully whisk in the heavy cream. If the liquid starts to bubble when the cream's added, let it subside before each addition. Wow, this smells so good. It's nutty and sweet and has these amazing baked aromas. Now we're ready to add the butter. Add 4 tablespoons of unsalted butter. Whisk in the butter until it's incorporated into the caramel sauce. Wow, check out how smooth, velvety, and rich this sauce is, and you can do this too. Make sure to let this cool down in the pan before you're ready to use it, or you could store it in a jar. If you want to bump up the baked aromas, add some pure vanilla extract. Or my favorite is to intensify the caramel flavor with some salt. You can use granular kosher salt or flaky sea salt. Flaky sea salt adds a nice gourmet flavor. This recipe makes about 1 cup of caramel sauce. You can cover and store in the refrigerator for up to 1 week. A rich caramel sauce can turn any dessert or dish into a gourmet treat. Here are some delicious ways to use it. For breakfast, how about serving it with some pumpkin pancakes? Elevate some baked French toast, or bananas Foster's French toast. Dip some baked donuts into the caramel sauce. Yes! Or add a drizzle to some cinnamon rolls. You can't go wrong to adding it to some chocolate crepes. And don't forget to add some to your pumpkin spice latte. And for dessert, add it to a Dutch apple pie, an apple crisp, or cobbler. You gotta have a slice of this chocolate caramel tart. Slice up some fruit for a caramel dip, or take your baked apples to the next level. And of course, you gotta drizzle it on top of some ice cream. With so many delicious ideas, make sure you have it stocked in your kitchen. Now that you've learned how easy it is to make a homemade caramel sauce, what dish would you add it to first? Let me know in the comment section below. You know, I'm thinking a scoop of vanilla ice cream, and I've got a video for you to check out. See you there!